Hello everybody, I am Benjamin Magnus. Welcome to a new Rimworld series. Today we are going to be playing with Medieval Times mod. That is the main one I'm using, but I'll make sure to put a list of all of the mods I'm using in the description below, along with the seed and the location of the start, so you can follow along if you so choose. The goal of the start of today's series, the overall goal is going to be to migrate to the AI-controlled ship that is going to spawn on the opposite side of the planet. And the kicker is medieval times and 0 power. We are playing with a permanent solar flare along with a climate cycle. So as the game progresses, every winter is going to get colder and longer, making the game harder and harder because food will become more difficult to come by and movement time will be slowed down by the winter conditions. I'm starting with just 3. This is a custom scenario. Somebody in my Discord made it, and I tweaked it just a little bit so that we would be a little bit more primitive. But why don't we go ahead and get started? First things first, we're going to unforbid everything. Like I said, there are some mods used right now. I'm using just a few, though. Well, I guess it depends on your philosophical bent. I know people who use 100 mods, and they say I'm crazy when I use 10. And there are people who have never used a mod who say I'm crazy when I use 10 mods. And I think that's about what I'm using right now. But we're starting with weapon-wise, a crossbow, 2 longbows, and 2 knives, but that is it. So let's see here. Magnus, you're definitely going to get one of those knives. Jade, why don't you go ahead and take that? And KJ, ooh, you're not that great, actually. Why don't you go ahead and take the crossbow? And we'll see how this pans out. But why don't we zoom out here? Well, here, why don't we start off by showing the world? So I'm starting right up here. I very specifically picked this location because I thought it would give the journey a lot of flavor, because the AI ship is going to spawn, you know, like way down over here somewhere. And to get there, we're going to have this interesting journey, you know, like through this little, like, this wide isthmus here. And then we can either follow the road north and stick to the roads. We can cut across mountain ranges if we so choose, but then now once we get across the mountain ranges, there's these big open areas. Then there's this big desert we're gonna have to get through at some point. Lots of people in the way. Thought it'd be a good travel stories would come from this. But right now, we're not gonna be traveling anywhere. Right now, we're going to be kind of turtling down, trying to build up some supplies and some research so that the journey ahead of us will go a little smoother. Now, apparently I landed in the middle of, like, a swamp here, just, like, in this fetid pool. The closest near complete structure to me is right over here, so I think that's probably what we'll start with. This one's bigger, but it's also on this other swampy area, so I don't want that. I think we'll go with this. So, we're going to start with a stockpile zone. I'm just going to... You know what? I'm just going to put that, like, right over here against the side of this cliff. And we'll put a dumping zone over here in this little spot there. And then we'll just let our people go. And we'll make sure, before we do anything else, let's make sure we got manual priorities on. Let's put Hull 1, Hull Plus, which is one of my favorite mods, on 1. I think, who's the doctor? Make sure anybody who's got skills and, you know, a passion for something has it assigned to them. Well, who's got the knife? Magnus has the knife, right? Yeah, so make sure Magnus is not hunting, because we don't want him going to, like, go try to stab an elk in the face or something. Oh, and KJ on Doctor 1. So we don't forget that. And then everything else, we'll give him some time to put everything over here. We will claim, I think there's a, yeah. Claim this building right here. And, well, who's on construct? We got 2 people on construct. Yeah, I'm on construct 2 each. And we'll make sure that we put in... We have a whole medieval section of stuff. And we have some medieval research that we can do. But we have basically nothing on here. I very specifically made this a tribal start instead of a normal one, so that none of that stuff would be researched. Alright, so I don't even... Yeah, we can't even build beds yet, so we're going to have to settle for sleeping spots, because we don't have leather either, or any cloth for making like a sleeping bag. So we'll put in some walls and a door. And that'll be our day one project. Someplace to sleep. Oh, and let's make sure it's lit and warm in there too. There we go. And the next thing I'm going to do is start telling them to cut down some of these trees. Chop wood. Because there's a little bit of nice growing spots here, some little fertile soil, so we'll start by, we're gonna have to clear that out anyway. So we'll, building material, we'll have them take down some of this stuff. We're definitely going to need a turtle for a little bit, at least for the first season. Make sure we've got food settled, get some more people in the colony, some warm clothes, some sleeping bags for the traveling. Oh, that's nice. Actually making a really good progress on that. And what's my highest growing skill? That's going to be important. We've got a 10. Oh, wow. All right, so Jade, you're going to be on grow 1. Yeah, grow 1. And what I'm going to do is start putting down some grow zones right here. Start right on this corner, right like that. And we'll do, what, like 7 by 7? I don't want to make these too big. And I like to start out with my grow zones kind of like this. Like 4 is usually what I go with. Because then what I can do is I can do hay grass. I'm going to need that for some primitive stuff. Rice for quick growth. We're going to need... I'm so happy I have someone with a decent grow skill. I basically just randomized until I got 3 people that weren't debilitatingly dumb. Like, I just made sure that nobody had, like, frail, wimp, or bad back, a crippling addiction, and everybody was capable of hauling and cleaning. And that was basically my priority. And then I did randomize to make sure I had someone with a dock skill of above nothing. So I didn't, like, pick and choose very specifically, but I did make sure... Basically, I picked and choose so that I didn't have debilitatingly bad traits. So I've got... That's rice, hay grass. Oh, and I know what I want here. We're going to do barley, because I can turn barley into food and booze. That is a step in the right direction. Oh, and one other thing. Before I forget. Because my old strategy was just to make a shed for storage. But you can't do that anymore. Used to be able to just put a roof over it and nothing would deteriorate, but now you actually do have to have it completely encased in an indoor area, or the stuff will deteriorate. And this is probably already... I was not down a percentage point yet, but it'd get there pretty soon if we didn't take care of it. What's going to be an interesting change of pace for me was... my last colony was a Borg colony, so everybody was all bionic. So they were super efficient at everything they did. And it was really nice watching people zoom around, getting everything done really fast and really efficiently. And now I'm primitives. Now I've got a small colony of primitives, which means everything is going to be relatively slow comparatively. But it should be a fun change of pace. That's kind of why I'm going this way. Last colony was super technology. This colony is the exact opposite. Medieval times and no power whatsoever. Oh, it's going to be fun on the bun. No recreation at all, so I'll do a hoop ring doodle and a board game of I think you just throw it on the ground and they can use it. I don't think it's like I think it's like a poker table where you have to put chairs there in the right spots or it won't work. I'm actually pretty happy with the first day's labor. We got our barrack, we got our storage area, we started working on our crops, and nobody's having debilitating mental issues. Oh! Failed making the board game. Really what I want is these crops finished. I want those planted, especially the heal root. I want to make sure that we have access to meds as soon as possible. I mean, we started with some, but I want to make sure we have access to renewable meds. Because you can rip through these really fast if things go badly. Look at that. And everybody has some degree of growing skill, too, which means growing is not going to be that much of an issue. I don't know if we have a good miner, though. Let's see. 4. Yeah, we don't have a good miner, but we don't... I didn't spawn in an area with a lot of mountains. And I'm not going to be, hammering on steel and components, so it's not going to be that big of an issue. Boy, is this going to be weird without... This is going to feel strange without any power. Because normally, like, my day 2 thing is, let's get power up and running. But today's day 2 is just get the grow zone settled. And then tomorrow we can work on a kitchen. Oh, I don't even know if we can kitchen. See, we've got a fire pit. Which I could cook at in a butcher's block. Okay, well, there's that. Combat stand. Weapon/armor storage. Okay. Storage pallet, a storage pot, which requires a storage pot. Okay. And an ice gathering station, which I don't know if I can do that. Looks like it's just... That looks like this is just kind of like setting an area. Let's see. A portable wood... wood-conscious campfire? Only uses wood when you can't... Oh, okay. Wood-conscious in that it's conserving your wood. I was like, it's sentient? No, it's fine. Alright, so that's adobe. We don't want to replace that. So what we're going to do is... We'll build this in... We're going to build this into a different structure. Here, let's just do... Well, I don't need a lot of room here. We're going to need a fire pit. And a butcher's block. And I think that's about it. So we'll just do that. Put a door there. And then a small... normally... Oh, you know what I would normally do is you... Okay, this is what we're going to do. Put another door on. That'll be like where we store food. Again, we're not going to need a huge storage area, so we'll just put a little 3x3 there, zone it for food. Put it on preferred, clear all, and make sure all food is in there, and animal corpses. Also, make sure it's set to not rotten. That's up here somewhere. Allow fresh. Do not allow rotten. We don't need that in there. And then there'll be... Normally what I would do is... Like, this area would be a dining area, and there'd be another door there. So when they went to get food, they wouldn't have to go like this. They wouldn't have to go down here and then around and then back over this way. They could just go whoop, whoop. But I don't think we know how to do that just yet. A lot of botched constructions. I think we've got burning passions on... We got passions on construction, but really low skill levels. That's okay. And we're going to want to make sure there's some light in there, too. This I just wanted to make sure we had an area for food set and ready to go. Alright, excellent. Now, I'm pretty sure we don't know how to do how a table works. Oh, no, we do know how a table works. That's good. Do we know how chairs work? We have access to stools. Okay. Why don't we do that? Because they love having a dining room. How big is this? This is 8. So a square would be 8 by 8. It's not, well, could do it like that. Yeah, we could do this. It's not going to fit in great. That fits in pretty good, though. That'll work. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll stool it up. We'll just put stools on. We don't need a ton. We'll just need stools on the end caps there. We'll do this and that. Cancel this little guy. Make sure there is a door there and door there on the corner. And make sure that we've got some light in here. For now, that'll have to do. And we'll also do floors in here as well. Floors. I guess we just do wood floors and hope that nothing catches fire. Eventually what I'll do is I'll have them go around and disassemble all of this stuff just to get the material. And remember, we're gonna be camping down here for a bit, but not permanently. So nothing needs to last forever here. Whatever wealth we have, we're gonna have to carry on our backs or the backs of some animals, because I just realized this scenario starts with no animals. I should have, if I didn't I'm already halfway through this episode, and I'm liking the way it's going so far, so I don't want to start over. I might have started with a pack animal, like a muffalo or something. Alright, who we got down here? Interesting. Whoa! Look at you and your skills and your crossbow. And your, like, pole axe. Forester's axe. It's kind of neat. So we've got a cute little area set up now. Make sure that gets hauled out. That gets hauled out. And someone takes down that tree and actually builds my thingy. Okay, oh god, I didn't even think about that. Do we have... 4 is our best talking skill. We're not talkers here. We're not wordly. Let's see. Pemmican, some herbal medicine, psychite tea, uranium knife. What's the difference? Let's see. The plasteel knife normal is 8.98 with 19% armor penetration. Uranium one might be better. It does less damage but higher armor penetration. So I think I'm going to leave that there. What I will do though is just take their herbal medicine. What is this? Work speed. Bands of leather which are wrapped around and tied to the hands helps to prevent many of the common workplace. Okay, so that's actually an item of clothing. I'll take that too. Thanks, guys. Now, if someone wants to, they can put those hand wraps on. Also, do we have any animals here? Wildlife. Not much. Not much. So, but we are going to have to hunt this stuff. Not necessarily for the food right now, although yes, for the food, but also for the leather. Oh god, they just fought each other. So wouldn't it be great if one of them killed if one of them killed the other one? They just left me a bunch of plasteel and walked. Okay, fine. I've never seen that happen before. All right, so we need a name. I originally was going to use the religion mod for this, but I thought I didn't want them to just be like Christian missionaries wandering. I wanted them to be more like cultists or something like that. I looked into the Cthulhu cult mod, and I thought that might be better for a full Cthulhu run, so I just decided to leave it out. But that's still the mindset I'm going with this. These are like religious fundamentalists, like fanatical religious people who are like, somebody had a vision of the ship, and they decided to set off and leave the world behind. You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. Sorry. Give a faction a name, the White Creek Confederacy, and we need to name this settlement. The settlement, I think we'll go with... let's randomize a little bit and see if anything interesting comes up. White Delta, Purple, Green Hill. See, normally I always do the same thing for this. That's the Legion of Magnus. And the settlement we call, we'll just go with Magnuton. There we go, Magnutown. That's fine. We don't need anything special, because this settlement's going to be abandoned in a season or two. Oh, nice shot! I'd love to get some leather in, just so we can stop sleeping on a hard concrete floor. Oh, and what we're going to have to do is build Butcher Creature, do forever. And what can we make here? Cook simple meal, pemmican, burn apparel, drugs, cook jerked meats. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do here. Cook jerked meats. No, just have them make the stew. There's not a lot of meat on these creatures, so I figure we'll just make the stew. And eat that. Better than eating the jerk meats. Magnus, instead of sweeping, you can take care of that. I want the leather, though. That's what I want. I want enough leather. Alright, there's a nice pot of stew, and hopefully they'll eat that before the pack of survival meals. Delightful. Thanks, guys. We'll rip up those floors, too. That'll give us a little bit of building material if we need it. This is going to be a very interesting series for me because I'm all about turtling and just making, you know, the most badass, highly defensible settlement that you possibly can. And this is going to be a migratory mission, which means that everything's going to be carried on our backs. All right, so we've got a mad rat coming. Places, everybody! Places! Prepare to defend yourselves. Oh, wow. Okay, good job. You actually... Old gunshot. Interesting. That rat's led a life. Maybe not to... Yeah, just... Yeah, just... There's a possibility that thing could turn on you and rip your face off, so... Just take that off. Now, these are only going to be good for about 4 days, so we want to make sure that that stuff gets eaten. Hopefully they'll eat the stew before anything else, but I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, there we go. They will. Good. Now, I'm assuming there's not going to be a mood boost for stew. Let's see. Cold, ground, uncomfortable, ate without table, disturbed sleep. Okay, weak stew actually does give them a little bit. And how much does a bedroll? 40 light leather. So what I'm going to do is just this. Oh, yeah, because this is so small, we've already run out of space in there. You know what we should do is tell them not to put the packaged storage meals in there. Because those don't go bad. We'll just... Not that that's actually refrigerated. Sweets. Fine meal, lavish meal. Oh, there we go. That's fine. Just put those off to the side. That way we'll, you know, we'll think about the stew and the rotting meats to eat before we bother with the package survival. The MREs we found somewhere. Did anybody put those hand wraps on? Looks like somebody must have. Ah, Magnus took them. Classic. No, you guys, I don't know what you want, so... Ooh. They left me a gift, too. Is that a helmet? Death mask. Tier 2 heavy. A soft cap made of leather and cloth padding. This layer is covered in scale mail coif and topped with a large ornate helmet. The helmet is a bassinet, meaning that the front/facial portion can be lifted or removed. All these pieces together provide excellent protection without hampering either mobility or visibility. The extra layer means it is also great for keeping warm in the winter. That is absolutely freaking sweet. I don't know why these people are gifting me things, but whatever. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Let's see, is Magnus going to take that one too? He's going to put it in storage. Going to put it on. It's in storage. Let's see if anybody wants to wear it. Oh, Jade took it. Well, that's pretty cool looking. It's nice that they're dropping some stuff for me. I love that. So what do we got on light leather? We got fox fur. We got 35 light leather. So now we have enough to make one bedroll. Oh, we gotta take this tree down. I didn't even notice that there. That's hampering movement speed there, isn't it? Well, we've got one of these. Let's go ahead and deconstruct that. Assign this to KJ. Cargo pods. Ooh, first cargo pods of the season. Food, a big load of food that doesn't really go bad. Spoils in 60 days. That's delightful. Or make some corn stew or something. We're gonna need a bigger area. Definitely gonna need a bigger area, but this will do for now. We can make it work. We got 6 light leather here. It's just it's a bunch of rats sewn together is what it is. It's a little disturbing, but you know, it's fine. It'll be okay. Actually, the weak stew doesn't take a lot of resources. I think we should tell them to stop cooking. For now. Because we actually got a bunch of those. Well, it's only 3 people. Might micro that a little bit before it gets... Oh, wow. Something else we're going to need to definitely work on is research. So let's see. That's going to be over here. Production. Yep. Simple research table. We'll just throw that down over here. Make sure it has a room to itself, like unto itself. We'll just make this square for the sake of it being square. I'll square it off with the rest of this. We'll move this over a little bit so it's not in my way. Put on a door. Give whoever's going to sit here a stool. And some light. Well, we definitely have enough light leather now. Oh, you know what we should do? I got an idea. Add bill, cook simple meal, do until you have 10. No, that's not right. Add bill, cook week stew, do until you have 10. Add bill, cook jerked meat, do forever. So, do the stews until you run out of, you know, just keep some on tap here, and then jerk the rest. Was it gonna be 1-to-1? Yeah, it's 1-to-1. We're already gonna need more room here, so let's just go ahead and expand this down a little bit. Cancel that. We're out of, everything's made out of wood right now, so we're out of wood. Chop wood. The local area is heavily forested, so we'll just do that. Tell them to take down the local fauna. Flora? Flora. Flora's plants, fauna is animals. Well, that's nice. Lasts for 6 weeks. Ish. That's good. What is that? Bird skin and fox fur. So that's light leather. Yeah, we're gonna need more rats. Squirrels and rats and hares. Just keep telling them to keep hunting. We need to grab whatever food is on the map while it's here. No big game yet. None at all. And we'll and there's a raid though. Probably one dude. Group of pirates from the Executioner Pack. Yeah, it's a dude with a knife. Though he does have clothes. And no skills except for shooting. But he doesn't have a... Okay, I think we'll be fine. He doesn't have a ranged weapon. We have a crossbow. I mean, I love that we have a crossbow. So this will just expand this out so there's more room here. And make sure that... Hang on. Let's get these hauled out of the way. Oh, he's already fucking coming for us. It said prepare for a while. I thought I had more time. Alright, well, there goes that. Alright, you stand right next to Magnus while he stabs. Alright, good. He's down but not dead. Did you get hurt? Oh, you got stabbed in the torso and you got stabbed in the leg. Strip him for his clothes. Obviously. Yeah, because he had some stuff. Not anything great, but he had some stuff. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is here, we'll we'll just put in some temporary sleeping spots there. These two will be set for medical. Who's the doctor? Dr. KJ. You're going to rest until healed, rest until healed. And KJ's going to tend. Tend and tend. Boom. 82. Pretty good. And boom. It's just 2. 83. Pretty good. Give them some stew. That'll help. It'll keep them going, I think. more of those around. Actually, no, that's fine. You know, you just got stabbed in the chest with a knife from some random person. That's fine. And we'll have some socks, some boots, some pants, and some gloves to wear. Not that they're any good, but they're better than tribal wear. And those wounds were not too bad. That was my mistake there. I thought I had more time and I wasn't paying close enough attention to it, but we're okay. I think that's going to be it for the day, everybody. I'm going to say that was a pretty successful first episode. Look how much work we got done. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you've been enjoying. Hit the little bell notification button. That'll ensure that you get a little blip whenever a new video goes live. And I will see you all next time.